was winding round words in my head. Shivering pines say that summer is dead. Chest feels hollow and my hands are numb. Do my best to swallow all the things I've done.
We moseyed. Yep, we moseyed. From the high, dry desert of Oregon to the rich farmlands of Idaho, down the switchbacks of Swan Falls, we took our time, deliberate and purposeful, slow and purposeful. And did I mention slow? But hey, that's what you do when you mosey. And today, we moseyed, and it was awesome. Hey everybody, welcome back to Tim Untethered. I am Tim, and yeah, I'm still untethered. Now, it's going to be hard to beat our last camp over at Stinkwater Pass, just east of Burns, Oregon. But I got to tell you, Swan Falls didn't disappoint. We camped just downriver from the Swan Falls Dam with the Snake River about 50 yards away. Now, it seems as though fishing here is the real draw. And for many, it was all about the sturgeon. No, not surgeon, sturgeon. Apparently, fishing for sturgeon in the Snake River is a pretty big deal. And at some point, a real shocker, Lucky tagged a rock with his name. I didn't see him do it, but he's pretty sly. Now, aside from my dog committing potential criminal acts, this place was pretty cool. And we almost didn't come here. Our actual destination was some BLM land called Halverson Bar. Unfortunately, it was private property and no trespass signs weren't all that welcoming. But no matter, I'm sure that we were much better off at Swan Falls.
I met a man who was out on his own. He chose to wander this world all alone. He said, heaven can't help me, I'm so far away from where they found me on that day. On and on he goes into the...
So look, no doubt about it, Swan Falls was an absolutely wonderful place to camp. But all good things must come to an end. After about a week, we broke camp with a resupply in mind. Back down the dusty road towards the dam, back up the switchbacks we went. With a brief pause at the top, we said goodbye to the Snake River and goodbye to the Swan Falls Dam. The plan was to drive to Boise and pick up supplies at Walmart, and then head to our new camp in Ketchum, Idaho. Now, while we did indeed make it to Walmart, we didn't get much further. After leaving a rest stop just outside of Boise, my truck died shortly after getting back on the freeway. We checked all the fuses, tested the voltage with our voltmeters, and even listened for the hum of the fuel pump. I even called Badge, but even then, one thing was crystal clear. This wasn't something that could be fixed on the side of the road. So, what happened to the van? Well, first of all, just a couple of things that I'm super fortunate about. One was that I had AAA, so that was a great deal. And the second one was I did not realize that because of COVID, you can't ride in the cab with the tow truck driver. You have to have somebody come pick you up. And because Stanley was following close by behind me, it worked out really well. But aside from that, after the tow, we got to the mechanic, and they diagnosed it the same evening, and turns out it was the distributor. So they had a replacement part that was overnighted from Portland, got it the next day, they installed it, and we were back on the road. We were just, I was just $650 lighter in the pocket, I think. But all things considered, it worked out pretty well. Chaz got a good night's sleep in a motel room, and I was just fortunate to be back on the freaking road.
I've come to find out here on the road, so many men with talent, only few have the soul. As I'm looking at my face in the water, I'm wondering if I am alone.
Apparently the mechanics did everything just right. We had no issues at all going from Boise over to Ketchum, Idaho, to what is probably one of my favorite places to camp. Now, to get here is kind of interesting because you have to drive through a rather upscale neighborhood to get to the National Forest access. Now, once you get past the sort of the short-term 3-day camping area, you get out to 16 days, so you can take your time here. Now, once you're out here, it is absolutely beautiful, and you'll find almost no noise out here, and the nighttime is crystal clear. We actually got the primo spot, which will fit probably a big Class A or a trailer, a fifth wheel. In fact, this is where the sheep herders camp whenever they do their thing. It was plenty of room for Stanley and I. We set up our new awning, which would later blow down and get destroyed, but for now it looks great. And not too long after we showed up, our friend Gray showed up with Taco. Now, Gray is going to camp with us in this particular location and at our next location before her and Taco have to go on their separate way. Now, next time, the scenery is going to change pretty dramatically. We're going to go from here, just north of Ketchum, Idaho, to Arco, Idaho. Now, there's not really much to see in Arco, Idaho, but we figured this would be a great place to gather because the campground that we're going to is sort of a van lifer's rite of passage. So I figured it'd be a great place to kick things off before we head over to the Grand Tetons and Yellowstone and whatever else comes after that. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please know that everybody is happy and healthy and everything's doing great. And I hope you're happy and healthy as well. So take care and we'll see you soon. We're able to find the best campground along this route. Really? The sun went away?
Putting on a couple pounds there, huh, guy?